Hi everyone. Today's video is all about fun and games. Whether you're traveling or staying home on a hot summer day or a long winter night, I want to talk to you today about some fun and games. And of course, I'm storing all of that in OneNote. So stay with me. Well, hi everyone, this is Crystal from A Crystal Clear Life, where we focus on planning, organizing, and living a more simplified life. Whether it is a hot summer day or a cold, long winter night that you just want to stay in and feel cozy, there's nothing better than grabbing a deck of cards or a set of dice and playing a nice, cozy game. And yes, I like to store rules to those games in OneNote. Why? Well, if I'm out and about visiting friends, I have my rules with me. And you can get a deck of cards just about anywhere. I also like having the ability to keep score and that kind of thing. So if that sounds interesting to you, please go ahead and give this video a like. Subscribe if you have not already. It is free, but it sure does help my channel. Hit that notification bell if you have not done so already. And please share this video with anybody that you think would enjoy this content. All right, with all that out of the way, let's go ahead and get into the computer so that I can show you exactly what I am talking about. All right, well, you can see here on my screen, this is a game that I learned in January of this year, and it is called golf. And I thought it was a fun game because you can play it with two, my husband and I, three, my husband, my daughter, and I, or four players. We've even played it with up to 6 people, just using 2 decks of cards instead of just one. It's really fun. It's quick and easy. And, I saw a video about it, and I have that video linked right here, how to play golf with 6 cards. I'll leave that video linked below for you guys as well if you'd like to check it out. It's really a cool game. So what I did is I went through on my blank OneNote page and I just wrote down the instructions. So it's a card game for ages 8 and up for 2, 3, or 4 players with a standard deck of 52 cards. Okay. The deal. Everybody is dealt 6 cards face down from the deck. The remainder of the cards are placed down for a discard pile. Then the top card is turned up from the discard pile so that everybody can see it, okay? Now the players, you arrange your cards in a row of 3 across by 2, so 3 by 2, and you don't look at them, you just put them however you would like them to be, and then you take 2 of those cards and you turn them face up, okay? Now, the reason that it's called golf is because you play 9 rounds, and it moves pretty quickly, and you're trying to get the lowest score, okay? And so that's all you do. And then what you do is you start taking either from the discard pile or from, the stack of stock cards there, and you decide, do I want to keep this card or not? Do I want to replace it with one of the cards that I already have in my hand or not? You go around until one person has turned up all of their cards, and then everybody else who's playing gets one more turn, okay? Remember, your goal is to get your lowest score, all right? So the directions are here on the screen. If you want to take a screenshot of it, that's fine. The scoring comes in, and that's what this little picture is up here for. The scoring comes in because some of the cards have different values. So for example, the ace has a value of 1. But the 2 has -2. So those are good cards. The king is a 0, which is a really good card. And then all of your face cards are their face value. Jacks and queens are also worth 10. Okay. Now, the secret to the game is that if you have 2 cards stacked on top of each other in the same column, and they're the same number, so an 8 at the top and an 8 at the bottom, they will cancel themselves out and give you a 0, okay? So that's really good too. All right, so you score points for all the numbered cards that you have and that kind of thing, and you keep score. So in addition to storing the rules, and in addition to storing this little picture here, so that people have an idea of what the score for each of the cards is, I also created a scorecard here. So you can see I just made a very simple table of, this one happens to be 4 across because my husband, my daughter, and I were playing. And this is the round number 1 through 9. And then we just started putting our scores in. So in the first round, Michael got 3, I got 11, Samantha got 1. In the second round, Michael got 9, so I added 9 to the 3 and came up with 12. I got 22. I added that together and came up with 33. Samantha got 10 in the second round, so now her score is 11, okay? So you can see we went on, and at the bottom, even though Michael started out with a really good score, he ended up with the highest score, so he lost the game. Samantha ended up winning that particular game, okay? So that was really cool. But I've told you guys before, my husband is a spreadsheet guy. So after we played a couple of games, he decided that he liked this game, and he created a spreadsheet. So let me show you that. So down here, what he did is he created a golf card game spreadsheet, and he set it up. It's in Excel. And remember, in OneNote, you can link Excel spreadsheets, just like you can link videos and you can store pictures and all of that kind of thing. So it is an actual Excel spreadsheet, and he created it, and you can see what it looks like here. So the name of the people playing goes across the top, and then the rounds go down the side, and there's a place for the score, and the formulas automatically add that for you. Whereas up here, I was having to add my own score. He created this spreadsheet, so it does it for you. And so you see, when we tested it out, I got 15 in the first round, Michael got 0, and so on and so on. And we got down to a score of, I had 39 and he had 13, okay? Then as we were playing, we kept losing track of who was dealing, whose turn is it to deal. So we added another table row down here at the bottom that says dealer number 1. So whoever starts to deal the game, we put an X in that box, and then we know. So for this particular game, Michael dealt. So if we're on round 4, it's Michael, Crystal, Michael, Crystal. Okay? So we understand that. And for the people that we usually play games with, there are 6 of us. So we just use 2 decks of cards, and that way there are plenty of cards for everybody. Okay? So whenever you want to use this spreadsheet, we do it on the iPad, and you just click the edit button here, and it will open. It says, warning, this could be a dangerous file. Yeah, but I know who created it, so it's safe for me. And then it will bring up the Excel spreadsheet, and you can go ahead and fill that in. All right, so I think that's pretty great. You know, when you go to game night, you open up the iPad, you bring up the score sheet, you're ready to go, and you don't have to look for paper and pencil, or if you're traveling, the same kind of thing. You don't have to look for paper and pencil. You just whip out your cards and you start playing. I think that's pretty cool, okay? So again, in OneNote, you can store the link to the video, and if I click on it here, it's quick and easy. It explains to the people that you're playing with how to play the game. We have the little picture here that I inserted, which is a screen capture from this particular video. And I have the rules here, and I put a table in for the score sheet. Simple and easy, okay? Now, what about these guys? These are small and easy enough to carry in your purse. If you're going out to dinner or something like that, and you don't want people sitting around on their phones while they're waiting for their food, you can grab your phone and bring up the next game that I want to show you, which is Yahtzee. Now, I know that you guys have probably all played Yahtzee in the past. I know that I have, and in fact, my set is so old that all of the score sheets have been destroyed. And so what I did is I went online and I found a Yahtzee scorecard, and I have it right here on the screen. Now, if I am playing with somebody else and I want to duplicate this so that I can keep score for 2 or 3 or however many players, I can do that right here by simply clicking, saying copy, come over here, create a new space, and paste. And now I have 2 scorecards. So I have one for my husband, I have one for myself, okay? All right, now, in some cases, I did want to print more scorecards in paper form. So I actually created a Word document here. You can see that this says Yahtzee scoresheet.docs, and I actually printed it on a full sheet of paper, or down here, I did them so that they were 2 on one page, so that if I needed to print them out to use for something that I could. But I love just using it on my iPad and using my Apple Pencil to fill that score in, and it is quick and easy. And then I erase the score and we move on to the next game. All right? Okay, so let's go up here. I have one more that I want to show you, and that is another game that I learned way back in 2020, and that card game is called Garbage. And Garbage was fun because it was one of those games that I used to play online through a Zoom meeting with other ladies from church. So we would all log into a game time meeting. Everybody had their own deck of cards that they were playing with at home, and we would go through and play this very simple card game, taking turns. People would show us what card they got. No, that's garbage. They would throw it in the discard pile, and so on and so on. So I thought that this was a really cute game, you know, and really, again, it's very, very easy. You're really just trying to match cards in your hand. Again, I'll leave this up if you want to take a screenshot of the card game. It's fun. It's easy for kids to play. You know, it's easy for older people to play. There's not a lot of strategy. It's really the luck of the draw, you know, from what you're taking out of the card pile. So there's 3 quick and easy games that I have stored in my OneNote. And remember, if it's on your phone or your tablet, then you pretty much have access to it all the time. And I just think that's great. I just love it. I keep telling you guys that OneNote is my life management tool. And here's another fine example. For all of those nights when you just need a little fun and games, well, I've got mine stored right here in OneNote, quick and easy to go to. All right, well, thanks for joining me today. I hope that you got some good ideas for some games. Let me know in the comments below. Is there a game that you love to play that's quick and easy? Maybe you already have the directions stored in OneNote, or you think it would be a good one to add to my little collection here. I'd love to hear about it. I am always up for learning new games, okay? All right, well, thanks for joining me today. I really appreciate it. And until next time, here's hoping that you can live a more simplified and organized life through better planning. I use OneNote for just about everything. All right, well, until next time, bye.